What's good, y'all? It's Comet, Gloss, whatever you want to call me. I just want to make this video real quick. I have no idea how long it's going to be. I'm not going to go too in depth purely because I want to make it clear that I'm not making any accusations. I'm not saying that this is, fact, but I'm just imploring you. I'm just telling you to be careful where you spend your money. Be careful where you buy your tickets from. Because a lot of these organizers are just trying to steal your money. Or could be trying to steal your money, and these artists aren't really doing anything about it, and they're not really looking to their management team, make sure that they're making the right decisions, because this is a really big issue. Because when fans get scammed, then your artistry, your fan base is gonna shrivel. You're gonna get a reputation as a bad person, just like what happened with Autumn, who started scamming niggas, and now he's not really as popping as he probably could be if he was a normal human being. But I digress. Let me just get into it. Basically, UnoTheActivist, I'm sure you know of him if you listen to underground rap at all. He announced a tour, I would say maybe 3 months ago at this point. Like, he deleted the first post. I'm on his Instagram right now just so y'all can see everything, He posted it maybe 3 months ago. I assume he took the post down just to have an updated flyer, I recently saw the post. Today he made a new one. Just kind of like an update, maybe more dates or whatever. And this is what it looked like. Omega Music Worldwide Tour. It's got all the dates in there. He going to most of the spots in the US. He's going to the UK. He's going to Asia. He's going to Honolulu. Like, what the fuck? Who goes to Hawaii? Shout out to Hawaii if y'all do concerts over there. I'm sure y'all do, but that's probably fire as fuck. Anyway, he posted this tour, ran by Sold Out Market. I have heard the name of this, whatever it's called. I've heard the name of this organizer or TO, whatever the fuck you want to call it. This booking agency, whatever it might be. But I've never actually been to a sold out organized show. Got all the dates here. It's got everything. Everything's, he's going to California. He's going to Texas. He's going to DMV. But the only issue is you are to go onto the page, or if you go to this post, it says all venues have been updated. It says that, and then let's just go and copy this link. We go onto this tab, and this is a weird page. I feel like it might not be that weird because it's oh yeah, the hub for all the tickets. You click onto it, it goes to the site. But if we go and we were to click on, let's say Charlotte, Virginia, I picked out three dates because these are the closest towards me, just in proximity range. So let's just go say, I want to go to Virginia. I want to go to Norfolk. That's what it says on the thing. Let's go click on it. We go to this tab, and this looks kind of like a standard, purchase your ticket, get your ticket. It's got meet and greet options, Not a lot of artists have that. So, you might want to throw in a couple extra bucks, get a picture with your favorite artist, whatever it be. This entire page is just weird off jump. Because again, this was announced maybe 3 months ago. Maybe sometime around that time. And if you originally clicked on the link with all the names and all the locations, you could go to a page like this. It would have the location, but this address right here, that was not present if you were to do this, a few months ago. And I'm not even sure if I go to somebody like Lil Tony. He also had a tour that was meant to be planned by Sold Out Booking, Sold Out Management, and Loop1 Tickets. I don't know if I can find the post still. He said he can't do the tour because, he's got legal reasons. He can't really do it. He won't be able to pop out, which is fine. If you need to cancel your tour because of personal reason, that's completely okay. But it was the exact same thing as this UnoTheActivist situation. If you went to the page, there was no location for the venue. And another thing that some people might overlook when going through this, I got 3 dates right here. We got Virginia, Norfolk, we got Washington, D.C., and we got Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So if we go to all the ticket prices, you will notice that every single one is the exact same price. Even the fees, even the STX, I don't even know what that is. All of the fees, all of the prices are exactly the same. All of the meet and greets, all of the skip the line, merch, everything. And you might think, oh, well, that kind of makes sense if you don't go to shows too often. But to somebody who goes to shows and who has checked out tickets to shows knows that this is already really weird. If you go to say he goes to Norfolk and that's a 1,000 person size venue, right? And then if he goes to DC, say it's 500 people size venue. Those ticket prices are going to be vastly different compared to the venues and shit. So it's if I get a ticket at the Fillmore Silver Spring, which I go to a lot, it'll be 35 to $50 for one ticket. But if I go to somewhere like Union Stage or somewhere like Songbird, those tickets are gonna be like max 25 bucks, you know? This is automatically weird from the jump. But what's even weirder is because now they have the dates, and I was like, oh shit, wait, he's actually putting dates. Maybe this isn't a scam. And then let's start with the Virginia one. I copy this link. I go to here, Smart Mouth Brewing Company. I have no idea what the capacity is, but I go to the events. It's like trivia night. It's a a music bingo. Who the fuck is Roberta Leia? This doesn't seem like a venue that UnoTheActivist would be booking, you know what I mean? This seems like a very local spot, you know, maybe some local artists get like a free little show and they can play for a few hours. It literally just seems like, you know, a brewing company where people just go and get a drink. And there's definitely venues like that, but they are very small. I've been to one called Atlas Brewworks. That's like maybe 50 people max, maybe. So this is already off the jump. This is kind of weird because if we go to UnoTheActivist Spotify here, let me load this up real quick. If we go to UnoTheActivist Spotify, you know, 770,000 monthly listeners, and that's not even off of like, you know, a big song or nothing. He's not like, for example, Tommy Richmond. He's number 40th in the world, got 40 million monthly listeners, but not too many fans. I mean, he's got fans, but it's definitely inflated numbers wise, but he's kept this number for God knows how long. He's got a dedicated fan base. And to have a dedicated fan base means that you're definitely going to be pulling more tickets than somebody who just got popping or somebody who doesn't really have that big of a solid fan base and is now booking shows. There's going to be a huge venue difference. Now let's go to this one. I've been to this venue before. This address leads to Echo Stage, and Echo Stage, you know, they will always have all their stuff on the website. You know, maybe Smart Mouth Brewing is a little bit slow on it, but this tour was announced at least 3 months ago. All the dates are the same across the 2 flyers that he had posted between now and 3 months. But if we go on to here, nowhere to be seen. The date is November 16th. We'll go all the way down to November, and there's absolutely nothing. There's not a single thing that even mentions UnoTheActivist. He's not an opener for nothing. He's not a headliner for nothing. It's just gone. And normally you could say that, you know, maybe the venues just haven't updated their website. Maybe they're just taking time, or they're waiting for final confirmations to be, you know, noted, or maybe they're waiting for a Friday to post it on the official website. But even then, the differential between, you know, a venue like a goddamn brewery or even the one in Philly, this is, what is this? Echo Stage is 3,000 person capacity, I would say. I had to look this shit up, but up to 300 guests. Do you think that, and me personally living in the DMV, Philly versus Washington, D.C. or the DMV is a very hard differential in terms of people that will show up. For example, Quadecca, he didn't come to the DMV, but he did go to Philadelphia, and he was able to pack out the Foundry, I think, which is part of the Fillmore there. I would say, like, if you were to book a venue in the DMV, it would probably be like maybe 100 people. I think the Foundry's like 150, maybe 250. But to go from a 3,000 person venue in the DMV and then going to Philly and only booking what, 300 guests, that's a really big differential. And it's honestly very strange. Even if this would be legit and it's like, oh, you know, maybe we just booked a smaller venue because we have a smaller fan base there. That's still a pretty big overshoot going from 3,000 to 300. It's weird. This was the problem with Lil Tony when I saw his tour poster, and I was like, oh shit, I'll go see Lil Tony. And then, you know, motherfucker, I go to the link, I click on everything, and here, I think I can go to it right now. Baby 5, this one happened, it just got canceled. But only a few of the dates were actually booked through Loop1. So we'll go to the Lil Tony one. I think most of them got canceled, but this ain't even loading right now. I don't even know what's going on. Okay, there we go. Let's say Washington, D.C. Yeah, this is what the Uno one looked like prior to the shit even happening. There was no date. All the ticket prices still, even on a whole separate tour, is the exact same. No address. And I guarantee if we go to this one, it's going to be the exact same. It's going to be all the dates listed out like this. We can click, you know, let's go to Houston, Texas. No location. All the prices are exactly the same. And it's just really concerning because, you know, no smoke to all this artist. I like 3 out of 4 artists. I don't know who this is, but I know 3 of the artists that are on here. And it's really concerning to see them cooperating with Loop1 and sold out, because it's a very concerning thing when you're posting all these dates. You're like, oh, I'm going on tour. Your fan base is getting hype. You're like, oh, I can finally see my favorite artist. Maybe they haven't toured at all, or maybe they haven't toured, you know, in a few years. And just to see this and be like, oh, I just pay, you know, the $200 for the meet and greet, and now the event is either canceled or it's not happening. And my main concern is that you're not gonna get the money back, and even if you do, you're not gonna get all the fees that you pay with said ticket back, which is really concerning because it's not a set fee. So like, say we go to here, it's 8% of the entire price. It's 8% of 216. It's 8% of 21 as a tax. So you're not gonna get that money back, and the fixed rate is what is really concerning. Because even if you're getting a meet and greet or if you're getting the general admission, the fee should always be the exact same no matter what. And it says the service fee of $4 per ticket will be added on top, but this I don't even know what this means. It just looks very, concerning that it's a percentage as opposed to a set value like the forward service fee. But overall, I just think it's really, I think that people should look into this. I'm not no fucking detective, but I think that, pages on Instagram, pages that may be promoting these types of shows, I think the managers, if they're either in on it, then, they can suck a dick. But if they're not in on it and they're just doing it because, this event organizer was just giving me money and he's like, oh, we can book your tour. And you're like, okay, cool. And they just don't know about it. I just think that managers should be looking into this a lot more. I think that artists should be looking into it a lot more. They should be able to, see something and be like, oh, that's not quite right. Or even just listen to complaints, because he did this before. Or UnoTheActivist at least had posted the tour before and the link and everything. And people will even mention it that there was no locations. They were mentioning that, some of the dates just had the state. They didn't even have like the city and whatnot. So I just think it's very concerning for concert goers. So if you are buying tickets to shows, please make sure that you are. I was gonna do a concert etiquette like version of this, but I think I was gonna put this out sooner rather than later just because it seems very urgent. But please, if you're buying tickets to go to a show, make sure you know where you're getting your tickets from. If it's from a first party organizer at least, so that would be the venue website. That would be Ticketmaster, Live Nation. Even though Ticketmaster blows dick, they fucking hidden fees and shit. Still, that's at least a lot more reliable than not having a location and sometimes not even having a city for where you're buying your ticket. Places like Dice, places like Shotgun, what else? And even just like the local, venues that just send a ticket straight to your email. Those are miles more reliable than whatever the fuck this is. This is really weird. But if you're getting it from a third party, make sure that you're getting a fair price. Something like Vivid Seats or SeatGeek. I know there's a few lawsuits going on. I think I have no clue like about the details, but just make sure that you're getting a fair price. Make sure that you actually get your ticket. Make sure you're spending your money right. Make sure everything looks good. Make sure you go into the venue website, making sure that the event you are purchasing tickets for is actually happening. And yeah, just be smart. Be smart about all this. Again, I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just saying that this is really concerning and that this should be looked into more, because as a whole, this is just looking very it's looking very shady. Most importantly for me is at least just having said date on the venue website, because that pretty much just makes sure that the people who are running the venue are also in tune with what's going on with the artist. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Be careful. Don't get your money stolen. Have fun at shows. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess I'll see y'all later.